Hello, and thank you for stopping by my channel today. My name is Ladia with Mimi Made It by Ladia. Today what I want to do is just a real quick video on making an Easter basket centerpiece for my table this year. And what I want to do is start off with introducing you to the star of the show. This is my bunny. She's the bunny in a basket for this video. And what I did was I picked her up a few weeks ago from Home Goods, and when I saw her, I just knew I had to bring her home with me. So she is going to be the main focal point of this centerpiece that we're doing today. But before I get started, of course, you know, I always want to thank my new subscribers. Robin, thank you so much for subscribing. Francine, thank you for subscribing. Judy, also, thank you for subscribing as well. And then I also want to thank people out there that I know that want to keep their subscriptions private. I do respect your privacy, but I still want to thank you for subscribing to my channel. And I also want to invite others, of course, to like my channel, subscribe to my channel, share, as well as hit the notification button. So here we go. Won't keep you too much on that. What I've done is I have a basket that I found around my house, something I already have. I don't have to spend money for it. I did line it a little bit. You could use paper or you could use plastic wrap. I lined it because the foam that I'm going to use can tend to be a bit messy, and this will help capture quite a bit of it. This is some foam that I used from another project, still recycling using what I have. And so this is what I am going to use for the base. And in order to keep this together so it doesn't flop out like it just did, I've got a long pick that I'm going to stick in here that'll keep it together as I am building the centerpiece. And then I have this additional piece right here that I have on the side that I'm going to use as well. I'll put that down in there, and then we can get started with our greenery. First thing I like to use is this eucalyptus. I love these leaves, they're nice and full. I like to start working on the corners with them. They'll do very well because they will help to cover up the foam that I'm using for the centerpiece. I got a piece to add right in here. Let's see. A piece to add on this side. And then I had some smaller pieces, and I had to use my pick machine just to add something to them so that they'll stick down in there as well. I should have one more little bitty piece to add on the front. So I've got that on the sides and on the front, and next thing I want to do is I want to start building upwards with this. And so the way that I want to design this and show this to you as well, to just make it really quick and easy for you, is to do your design with clusters. And so what I mean by that is right now I'm going to start putting my grass in. And I have about 3 pieces of grass, and I'm going to put them all together in a cluster. I love using this grass. It gives the basket a lot of dimension. It flares up. It just really gives a very tropical dimension, as well as giving height to the centerpiece. Next thing I want to start adding, again, I have some pieces that I want to go on the side. I have a piece rosemary. I'm going to put right in the front and fan that out a little bit. Gives it a grassy feeling to it, which is what I'm looking for. Miss Bunny is out in the field, in the garden, and she's just kind of enjoying herself. So I want to give her as much greenery as possible. The next thing I want to do, again, I'm going to do it in clusters. I'm adding more greenery over to this side to fill it in more. Got about 3 pieces of this fern looking material. Adding that, clustering that together, as you can see. And now I want to come around and start adding some of my flowers. These beautiful yellow flowers, I'm going to cluster down at this end as well. Have about 3 pieces of this, making sure I'm fanning it out so to give it more dimension while it's in there. And another piece, fanning out just a little bit. And I'm going to put down in there again for my cluster. My next cluster is going to be with these beautiful white flowers. And so I've got the same. I'm going to put them over to the side, again filling in. Got another one, add it again, and what are we going to do? Yes, we're going to cluster. Going to add that together. See how that just kind of puts everything in one spot there? Then I've got another little piece I'll just add in there as well. I have a little bit more greenery that I want to add. I have these real pretty green leaves right here that I want to add over to the side. And again, the word is cluster. It's just 2 of them, so they're just going to go right together, right by side. Kind of give you another look as I spin that around where I've got that. And you see I've got all this space right here. Don't you worry, I have plenty to put in there to fill that in. I have a couple of pieces of eucalyptus that I want to kind of build in right here. And I've got another piece that I'm going to add right in there. And now I have, these look like little pieces of eucalyptus with a yellow seed on the top. I'm adding these in the back as a cluster. Just putting them all together. And as you can see, it's starting to fill up along the sides of the basket as well. Next thing I want to start adding in the cluster, that is our word for the day, I have these beautiful flowers that I'm going to add. I have a peony because I just always have to have a peony. I love them. And I'm just going to stick that down in there. And then I have these ranunculus. I think I said that right. I think of binoculars, and that helps me. But anyway, so I'm going to add those down here in a cluster as well. As you can see, it's just kind of filling in that spot. And there, got another one to add there. Another one, I think I'll put this one right in here. And then I have some tulips, one little sprig of tulips that I want to just add right in the back of this peony. And see how it just kind of fills up that spot with that cluster. And then I'm going to come over to the other side, and I have these beautiful kind of pink, green to a pink bush picks. I just took pieces off of that and just adding it in here as well. And we know what the word of the day is. It is cluster. Putting them all in there together. And I've got one more. And if you notice, I've been putting them in by 3s. Don't know why. It's just a good number to kind of fill in with what I'm doing right here. And then I have some cedium. And the cedium is going to go in a cluster right along the side. See how easy that is? When you're working with a cluster, it's almost a no-brainer because you know you're going to put all of your items, whether they're the flowers or whether it's the greenery, you're going to put them all in one spot. And it just makes your work a lot quicker, especially if you have other things that you're trying to get in on your design. This is a really quick way to go ahead and get your design in there and get that all worked out. Now, I've got everything in there. Let's pull this down just a little bit. And now it is time to add the star of the show, my bunny. I'm gonna sit her right down in here. And I like for her to kind of turn to the side just a little bit. That cute look that she has going on there. And then I did a 3-loop bow off camera. This ribbon I bought from the Dollar Tree. I bought it because it's pretty, first of all. It's Easter. And because I want to save money throughout the year so that by the time the holidays come, I can spend a little bit more. So sometimes when I'm making things for myself in my own home, I will use things like Dollar Tree and some other places that aren't as expensive as my normal inventory would be. So I'm going to add this right down in here and fluff it just a little bit. Fluff everything just a little bit. Make sure I've got everything in its place. And as you can see, I have everything clustered together. I've got my flowers clustered here. I've got some of my white and my yellow flowers back here all clustered together. I have the grass that's giving it the height that I like to have in all of my flower arrangements, whether it's a centerpiece or it's just a regular flower arrangement. I always like to add a little height. It gives it, again, a lot of dimension. Just really gives it a nice professional look. And then I've got my ribbon in here that says Happy Easter in a bow. And last but not least, I have my beautiful bunny in a basket centerpiece. So I hope you like this video. I hope that you will share it with others. And if you'd like to recreate it, I would just be so honored. Just look around your own home, some projects that you've worked on before that you can gather, whether you want to do yours in pink like I did, or if you want to use more yellow or white flowers, or even lavender flowers, whatever you want to use to decorate your home, you can certainly build this centerpiece as well. Well, thank you so much for stopping by. Again, my name is Ladia. Thank you, and as always, be blessed. Bye-bye.